Autumn reflections. An old seed blooms, making modern impressions as I lie in a mass of blankets and wadded up questions. My mind's eye semi-blind, with a bottled up message floating from the past through the fog of the present. Hindsight's 20 by 25, mostly clear, yet partly affected by cloudy perceptions, these blinding flashes that underline the many times I'm often forgetting, on purpose. Staying clear of being caught in the presence of sharpened regrets when I know a little alcohol can soften the edges, help to absorb the blows. This comfort has become awfully heavy. This room is more than cold, it alters my essence. I'm yawning and stretching and hanging by the thread of a thought. In its webbing I'm caught, turning, tossing and restless. It's taking root in the side of the bedding, beneath the dark of the heavens, in the fertile soil of my mind, fed by a spark of the resonance that could break the morning cold. Sleep, harshly rejected. It's the past, the formerly old. The clock has reset it. I've watched every second awake, unsure of what's bothered my resting. I'm at a loss at the cause, what problems I'm guessing. The subconscious only knows. Within, something has slowly grown in these outward conditions, but strong is whole, given dotted connections and spotty receptions as I try to make out body dimensions. I wish these eyes that know me closed to peek inside a lonely soul and drawn from reference things I wish not seen or dream or recall in the present. An ardent inspection as if by God and the Holy Ghost. And it came like a thief in the darkness I rested. This hard introspection, forced and aggressive, these thoughts, recollection of past events through a foggy discretion, intimacy, in closeness, altered electric impulses from involvements of lessons, mistakes, the losses, corrections, and I aimlessly wander within an awesome eclectic hypnosis. With the loss of time and loss of direction, the ability to decipher night from day has been swiped away. My price to pay, my insides laugh and scoff in my efforts to be properly rested. I cannot sleep. My thought was invested in an alarm clock instead of good pillows and sheets being cheap. An awful suggestion, I suppose. Harbored affections and a strong sensation of an empty, stormy cold, along with this morning rose. The night's calling, and a life-pausing shriek that wakes all that is slept in, sort of neglecting the business of ending the day and calling the next one. It's not promised. I deem it rise where most just calmly doze, and action even I when normal chose. I'm up with far more than a common cold. This cough in my chest and smarting throat has caused that is different. Led by the sweet smells of my morning rose, my homing nose details an aroma known. The blinds whisper and wave with the winds that slowly blow. They taunt and invest in the talk of my mess and unspoken code, as though they know was unexposed. I'm short of accepting it, the options and X's of possible vexings, the disability the dawning exposed. 1 weak place in my armor showed. One sweet face in my palms enclosed. Once retraced the harm exposed in that glum bleak space where calm was known, and the causal effects of digging deeply within the heart of the lesson. Releasing it from the facade it's been kept in. The sun is shone, slowly crawling the crest of the horizon, and I am trying to make all the connections. Autumn reflections, caught up in questions while I'm caught up in wrestling a haze of ideas instead of balled up in resting. Well, it's the product of a late dinner. And I, impatient, await winter. Can't be her. Ain't been her. It's nothing I'm guessing.